Hi besties, hi bunnies. Coffee's cold, truce brewing, let's hit the road. Just Machado wheel in hand, time to unfold. Early light breaks, coffee chilling in my grip. Hi besties, hi bunnies, join the trip. Cruising mass highway, spilling secrets for hours. 1 to 3 deep, no holds barred, owning our power. Squad's got my back, riding waves through the storm. Besties and bunnies, keeping it warm. Got that wild spark, singing random and free. Keeping the vibe alive, just you and me. Trolls creeping in, haters twisting the feet. Weak shots flying, but they can't plant the seed. Jabbing in my style, my fire, my rise. Obsessed in the shadows, watching with jealous eyes. Drama stirrers calling grift, but facts don't lie. While y'all fume, my lights touching the sky. Reddit ghosts lurking, basement critique so low. Keep throwing shade, watch this bunny glow. Meow, 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 meow. Hey. Meow, 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 feel it now. Bunny. Just Machado show, chasing down the real. Besties and bunnies got that unbreakable seal. Meow, 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 trolls fade away. Truth in the air, lighting up the day. After dark or dawn's first gleam, we claim the throne. Justice rolling, meow, if you're in the zone. Meow. Love to my besties trolls. See a truth awaits. Just Machado show. Buckle up. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Feel it now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Feel it now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Feel it now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Bunnies.
Good morning. Welcome to 24 on 24, the #1 radio show that is not on the radio in all of the land. I'm your beguiling hostess, Jessica Machado. Thank you so much for joining me for this Thursday, April edition of 24 on 24. Thank you for joining me. If you're new here, apologies, but this may take a bit to warm up to. Maybe listen to another episode after this. Don't let this one be the one to make the decision on whether or not you type Just Machado Show in your browser ever again. If you're on the replay crew, you guys are holding it down. It's those comments I read first after a show goes up. I go back and read those. They're my favorite. It shows intention. It's not like you're just in your car and you hit YouTube and, 24 on 24 is on. You literally are like, fuck, I missed 24 on 24. God damn it. If you are a hater, just know you are my favorite of all types of listeners. The hate watching is a very, very peculiar demographic that scientists have been trying to figure out for months now. Please, if you are ever asked to participate in some type of like placebo survey, do that so we can figure out exactly why people who hate me listen to me. Does this voice not sound like nails on a chalkboard to you? Before we continue, a reminder that in 2023, there were 12,429 deaths as a result of DUIs in the United States of America. That is a staggering statistic. Over 12,000 lives were lost because people chose to get into a vehicle while they were impaired and drunk. And before a police officer stopped them and pulled them over, they were able to snuff out 12,000 lives. It's disgusting. It should never be laughed about. And I hope that every day you listen to this show, you think about getting behind the wheel of a vehicle after you've had a couple of drinks. Hi, how's everybody? As you can see, we have some new merch. Now, I actually don't worry about some things. First of all, we're not making hoodies right now. Before, the first thing we did was like we threw a hoodie up. I love a good hoodie. I wear hoodies pretty much 24/7. We're starting with t-shirts because it's springtime and we're manifesting summer. This is our latest t-shirt, if you can't already tell, it has our seagulls on it. I picked this color because it is actually one of my favorites. I love a good like turquoise aquamarine green. It reminds me of the ocean in Pensacola. The name of this tee is the Seagull Infantry Tee. And the description that I the description that I put up is, when we are in wartime, we call upon our fleet of seagulls to carry out our most dangerous missions, with Charles leading the way. Support our troops with this shirt today. I love it. I designed it. I design all my t-shirts. There is a second t-shirt that has been added to the merch store, which, by the way, is Bestie Headquarters. And it is called the Artist's Courtroom Rendition. It is my very detailed sketch of Aiden Carney from court yesterday. The description on this says, courtroom sketch artist Jessica Machado offers this detailed drawing of plaintiff Aiden Carney from his latest court proceedings. We have no idea what is in the picture above him, so don't ask. Your guess is as good as ours. You may also purchase this t-shirt at bestieheadquarters.com. You all joke, but if you remember during Karen Reed Trial 1, I drew in real time what the courtroom looked like because nobody knew the layout of the courtroom. And people were like, oh, you're a good courtroom artist. Well, I took that seriously. And so once in a while, I'm known to sketch out a very detailed artistic impression of what's going on. In this drawing, which has since gone viral, you see Aiden Carney, who had just learned that he was not going to get the opportunity to get a restraining order extended against Meredith. He had been preparing for this for days, and he just learned that he was going to have to wait. He had his head in his hands, and I saw a man who was beat down, and I wanted to document that. Now, I understand, Aiden, this message is for you. I understand that you might not like that. You want everybody to see you as being strong, not vulnerable. But I can't help it. I saw what I saw. I saw you in a moment, and I wanted to share that with the world. That is a man just before he wins, okay? And it's important to show your vulnerability. It makes you likable. Makes you marketable. Who the fuck is driving a G-Wagon in Somerset, Massachusetts? That's $120,000 car, sir. Where'd you get that? I don't have to, okay, back up. Bestie Headquarters is live. All our merch is up there. There are a couple other hoodies up there that'll be t-shirts as well. There's, I didn't answer with the sparkly heart emojis. There's a Jeff Steeds hoodie. I'm surprised Jessica Walsh hasn't purchased that yet because she's obsessed with all the men. What else was up there? A Pyrex Hunter, new Pyrex Hunter edition with a different Pyrex logo. Anything that, I have a request for merch from Georgia. To be quite honest with you, we were just talking about it. So you'll see that. She's asking me to make... Georgia asked me to make a sweatshirt, crew neck black, that said, Black Tar Heroin is my favorite, because Georgia is an ironic bitch. And I said, I cannot put a hoodie or a t-shirt or a sweatshirt on my merch store that says Black Tar Heroin is my favorite. I can't do that, Georgia. So we compromised. I won't tell you what it is, but you'll see it eventually. It's Thursday. It's 33 degrees. And I don't know about you, if you're in Massachusetts, I had frost on my car when I came out here and instantly went, son of a bitch. Like, are we almost good, spring? Are we almost good? With that being said, Georgia informed me that today is going to get into a mild, like 55-ish, and then we're in the clear for warmer weather for the next couple of days. I didn't make the light. I didn't write down my agenda, but we must go get society. There's that. Then we're going to talk about yesterday. Then we're going to talk about Saturday. And then we're going to talk about, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. I have my other phone. Maybe you can ask me the questions. And before we get any further, yes, there is a Bunny After Dark tonight. Yes. Yesterday was one of the days of my life where I said, I gotta tap out. How can I possibly live a life with this many different things in it? Like, we went to court yesterday. We do our great 24 on 24. Thank you for participating and hanging out with me on the drive. We get to court and we've got a whole, session of live tweeting and witnessing lawyers go off the rails. And I don't mean you, big dick energy, Tim Bradle. I mean that other guy, the Irish lawyer. And then we drive home, right? And we talk on the way home. And then we pull into my driveway and I have 2 hours, around 2 hours, 2.5 hours to come in the house, do a quick sweep cleanup. Oh, wrong. I stopped and got sushi. I went and got sweet potato sushi. Then I went and came in the house for 5 minutes, and then I went and drove and picked up Georgia. So now it's 2:30. I get home. She wants a sweet treat. We have to stop at Dunkin' and get her a sweet treat. I get into my driveway. It's a little after 3:00. I've got to be at the school.
Society, how can I help you?
Hi. Can I have a large iced white chocolate pistachio made with whole milk?
Anything else?
Just a quick question. That's the largest size you have in that, correct?
Yeah, it's a 20 ounce.
Yeah. That's it.
You're all set.
Thank you. Just felt like we were going to need a larger one. I don't know. Maybe whatever. Anyway, it's just not big enough. It's not big. I pull into my driveway and I'm going, all right, Jessica, you've got at the most 2 hours and 15 minutes. You can, and if you recall, I didn't sleep Tuesday night. I was up late and then I got up early. So I was like, we can recover in 2 hours. Guess what happened? I pull into the driveway and Courtney Healy calls me. Haven't touched base. We needed to chit chat. Before you know it, 43 minutes goes by. I chastise her and I say, thanks a lot. Now I only have 1 hour left. And she just laughs and hangs up the phone. Now we're down to 1 hour and essentially 15, maybe 1 hour and a half. I walk in the house. I say to Jack, take care of the dogs. I'm going to bed. It is 3:45. I have to be at the middle school at 5:15. I get into my room. I close the blinds. I close the door. I turn on my humidifier. I turn on my fan extra high. I strip down out of my clothes. I don't care if that bothers you. That's not my problem. I get into my bed. I close my eyes and I go, I am going to sleep quickly, swiftly. And then my phone rings and I answer that call. It's not that big of a deal. Then my phone rings again and it's the person who is going to be filling in for moderator at the event at that night because our state representative was in a session up at the State House and they were working on passing bills and he wasn't sure he was going to make it. So I had to talk to that person. And then, believe it or not, a phone call came through that I actually could not, I can't tell you, it's none of your fucking business, but I couldn't not answer the fucking call. The clock is ticking. Must be at the middle school at 5:15. Clock now says 4:20. Do I get out of bed? No. I close my eyes and I go nights. What do I wake up to? Jeffrey Machado at 5:11 going, am I bringing you to the middle school? Yes, indeed you are, Jeffrey. I get out of bed. I put on my clothes. I brush my hair. I brush my teeth. And I say, okay, let's go. First of all, I've never overslept. I know that there are people out there that that's like a habit or it's like a lifestyle choice. I just don't oversleep. My anxiety and controlling nature is like I'm never late. And if I am, it's not my fault, which is usually how everything that goes wrong in my life, I default to that. Like it's not my problem, it's not me. You know that. Um uh I overslept. I shouldn't have closed my eyes, but I was craving sleep so desperately. And then when you do those very, very hard sleeps and then you get jolted up and so like you're rattled and you're not quite right, like everything is kind of like moving around a little. That's how I got dressed. That's how I got ready. And I literally like was in the car. Jeff was dropping me off because he had his lessons, right, for his guitar. And I just stood up out of the car and I took a deep breath and I was like, all right, fucking lock it in, Jessica. And I walk into the thing and everybody's there. And I was like, hi, everybody, let's go. And I organized a whole ass motherfucking event of candidates and people and spoke in front of an audience, in front of a TV camera, and I got it done. I was not quite myself. I'll watch the playback. I was told I was totally fine. I felt a little odd. At the end, everybody was going to Chili's, and I so much wanted to go with my people, like my friends. And I was like, I cannot go. I got to go home. And as I was driving home, I remembered that Julia was coming to my house to sleep over because the boys are on their batch. And so no sooner had I pulled into the driveway did Julia call and she's like, hi, mama. And I'm like, hi, what are you doing? She goes, I'm on my way to your house. You make me tea? And I was like, yes, I'll make you a tea. Yes. Yup. Walked in the door, said hello to Jack, said hello to Georgia, did my touch base with them, checked in on Mima. I had told Mima yesterday about TT. She was very upset that I told her after the fact. And I said, I don't have time to worry about your feelings, old lady. You get the information when you get it. I was protecting you. Trust me. Oh, by the way, remember when I said I didn't want to tell my mom about TT because she was also going with Aiden's grandma who has cancer up to Boston? I was wrong. They didn't go to the hospital. They went to Mohegan's Sun on a bus trip. So here I was protecting my mom because I was like, we can't give her two cancer situations in one day, right? And all the time she's at the slots at Mohegan. So just be grateful, Mima, that I allowed you to have a day with all of your old biddies on a bus out to Mohegan where you enjoyed some sort of like a meal with like a whatever. You're welcome. Touch base with Mima. I get in the house. I say, I've got to sit down and look at my phone because like, I don't know, like there's probably 1,000 fucking comments from a whole day worth of tweeting. And what happened with Tom's CPU? I want to know. I don't even know. Hi. 7:49. Thank you. I'll take a straw today. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Same to you. So I get on the house and in the house. And by the way, it's not a problem. I'm not complaining. But because I'm not eating a lot listen, we'll get into this. The video from Tom's CPU, I look like an absolute fucking orca. And I don't really care. I'm just telling you, like, I'm fully aware of my body. I weigh the most I've ever weighed in my life. It is 100% related to menopause, my metabolism, my fucking thyroids, all of the things. I'm working on it. I tell you I'm working on it. I am working on it. I have this coffee. I hear you. right? I am working on this. I had a doctor's appointment the other day. Remember, I had an issue. I had a doctor's appointment. I talked to my doctor while I was there. Like, I'm not some sort of like fucking loser that doesn't care about their health. I think about my health all the time. Okay? I promise you, you don't have to worry about it. I'm aware of what I look like. You think that I don't know that I look this way? Like, I'm aware. Taking screenshots of me and putting it on your fucking X account and fat shaming me, it doesn't hurt my feelings, but like, I get it. You know, the other thing you don't recognize, and I'm sure maybe people who have gone through like menopause or maybe issues where they've gained weight and whatever those triggers are and makes that happen, I don't really know. Maybe you had surgery, I don't know, whatever. Or maybe you're just a fat fuck and you went through a breakup and you want to eat all the time. It's not my place to judge. I don't know. But the irony is not lost on me that for years, I was never in the public ever. If I was on radio, you never saw me. Right? I also was never as popular or as well known as I am today. I have people approaching me in public all the time. Strangers recognize me. My family and husband will tell you this. Everybody knows who I am. And you don't think that that is fucking nuts and ironic? That I am at my ugliest and my fattest when I am at my most popular? I'm aware of that irony. I'm aware that God is just like, okay, like it's not going to be easy for you, bitch. I get it. I'm trying. Could I try harder? I'm sure. I'm not going on Ozempic. There's no way. There's no fucking way. I'm so scared. Go ahead. Where are you going? You're turning into where? Go. Go. So I'm just like, let's just put that aside. Now, can somebody help me? Where was I before I went down that tangent? Oh, so I come home and I'm sitting on the couch and I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat because my tummy is just in a weird place and I have no idea. I had my sweet potato sushi in between, but I'm hungry, right? Because I had not. I know that's also not great. I'm very much aware. I didn't eat anything yesterday. What the fuck? Fuck you! A car just pulled out right in front of me. It's a truck, and he's yelling at me. That actually scared the crap out of me. What an asshole. Okay. Okay, so my adrenaline is through the roof right now. Okay, hold on. So go back. Okay. So I want to talk about something after the fact. I don't want this show to be like a menopause like fucking session every day, but I will talk about that in 1 second. Just remind me of that in 1 minute. So anyway, I just don't know what to eat. And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like overtired. I'm hungry. I pull out my phone. I really want to just look at my X account because I haven't looked at it for hours and hours. When I'm live tweeting, I'm not looking at my account. Sometimes I open up a second tab on my laptop. So I tweet from one and I can never leave that open tab because I tweet in a thread. I know some people prefer to just put up a tweet and then their tweets will just be individual tweets. I don't like that. I don't know why. Maybe I should change, but I know sometimes people lose the thread. Perhaps I should change, but it's the way I started doing it and I would have to really change my style. So I just want to look at my phone. I look at my phone and I'm sitting there for maybe 10 minutes. Julia walks in the door. I'm not kidding you. She literally takes a tea bag out of her purse and she's like, "Mama, can you make me this tea?" And I said, "Julia, I need 10 minutes. Shortly after that, Jack comes downstairs and I hear Jeff go, "It's happening." Poor Jeffrey has wanted to jam with Jack for so long. And like, Jack's just 20 and he's got a life. And Jack came downstairs and Jeff has his guitar I bought him, and then he has his guitar he bought. So Jack came down and jammed with Jeff for a few minutes. And I just turned on my phone, and I'm glad I had like a grounding moment where I was just like, I'm complaining about my life being so busy, but like also my life is like so rich and so full. And I just sat there and stopped what I was doing. I went live only because I would have gone live on Facebook, but I couldn't get on my Facebook for some reason. And so I like to document things. Like Facebook Live used to be my jam, and I couldn't get on my Facebook. I think it's like I've got to update my password. And so I just went live on my YouTube channel because that's like kind of like my place now. So I just recorded them for like 5 minutes. And then I got up and I got myself a bowl of Frosted Flakes and made Julia her tea, went upstairs to my room, sat there and ate while Julia gave me all of her tea, talked to Georgia, and then I went to bed and I fell asleep fucking hard. And then I woke up today feeling refreshed and great. I have hundreds of text messages, some of which I feel very much like provoked to respond to. So I'm going to do that soon. I want to mention that fairy godmother Linda texted me yesterday, and it's on this phone, so I can't pull it up. She sent me a picture of a bird that has an injury, and she is making the case for it to be like married to one of the birds. I'm not sure if it's Stefan or Charles or Seymour or Ralph, but like she sent me this and she was like, this bird also has an injury. Well, it's Ralph. Ralph has the foot injury. So we create stories essentially. All right, so coffee is good. I'm appreciative of that. Back to, we're going to work backwards. So last night we had our Somerset Republican second annual town hall event. Can I just tell you a couple of things about this? I'm not going to get into the politics of it because it's not really political, but we offer an opportunity for candidates in Somerset to do a different type of debate. The Democrats in Somerset have been the only people to ever hold debates in town. And it's not even really like a debate. They handpick the panel asks the questions, and you sit there and you wait for your turn to go up to a microphone. They have a person in the front row holding a fucking timer, and you got to answer your question, and it's sterile, and it's dull, and it's not, it's just, it blows. And I've been to 3 of them, and I hate them. We were like, we want to do it different. There is a guy out here shooting hoops at Pottersville right now in a fucking t-shirt. Good for fucking you, dude. He's got a ponytail. Good for you. So anyway, we came up with this new, no offense, I came up with this. I had a vision for it and my committee executed it, but we do it differently. The chairs go on the stage. They're in a semicircle. You're mic'd up. You don't have a microphone in your hand. Welcome to my TED Talk. You stand on the stage. You sit on the stage. Your hands are free, and the residents come down to microphones at the base of the stage and they ask questions, and you've got to answer them. And the reason why you need to do that is because if you're an elected official and you're at a meeting or you're representing our community somewhere, you don't know what kind of questions the public are going to ask you. And we need to see you under pressure. And last night, it got a little bit away from us. There were a couple of really tough questions. The most passionate people in our community who care about things like battery storage and our water, right, those people came out and they wanted to pressure these candidates about these decisions and about whether or not they support battery storage in Somerset. And a couple of people were like, oh, this is kind of getting a little away from us, right? Everybody starts to get stressed out about a little bit of like elevated energy. Meanwhile, I'm walking around in the back, pacing like some sort of Dr. Evil, and I'm like, this is healthy. This is normal. Grown adults can have robust conversations and dialogue. And in the absence of that, people get bored. They're not interested. And there's voter fatigue. And it is exactly why we did this. I want to see you feel uncomfortable. And I think people were mildly surprised at how some of these candidates actually started like, there's a guy running against my friend Kathy. My friend Kathy is my candidate for choice for selectman, okay? I genuinely believe in Kathy and when she served as a selectman last time and how she will serve again. Her opponent shined last night. He actually advocated for himself. He stood up and we saw him assert himself. We never saw that in the Democratic one. He got up, he answered for fucking a minute and a half, and that was it. I was like, well, look at this guy. Good for fucking him. Sorry, Kathy, but like good for him. And he actually was far more knowledgeable in some things. Not enough, but I gave him way more credit. If I'm a first-time listener, I was impressed. I want every community to do this. Town hall events are where it's at. You give the people the power to ask the questions and you put these politicians on the spot. I know you don't like politics. I get it, but this is it's a partisan issue. You want everybody to act like this. It doesn't matter what the politics are. Do you have a problem with politicians being asked questions by taxpayers without any notice? You shouldn't. They have to be ready. Side note, let's put it aside. Before the event, I have them all in a green room, in the back room. And I come in and I talk to them and I say, here's what this is going to look like. Thank you for participating. If somebody gets up there and starts attacking you, either myself or our moderator is going to ask them to reframe the question for a more hospitable response, like this whole thing, right? So then I say, we're going to do the pledge. And this candidate, her name is Elizabeth Paskowski. She's running for 2 offices. She's running for selectman, the one she says she doesn't care about, and then water department. And I'll talk about her later at another time. But she's for years been trying to get fluoride taken out of the water at our town meetings. She has to propose this, and the voters have voted it down year after year after year. And then finally they voted yes. So I appreciate her tenacity. But at one point, we're all in the back room, and I said, we will be saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll sit down. And she pulled me aside and she said, I don't want to stand for the pledge. Can I leave the stage? And I said, I'm sorry. And she goes, I don't want to stand up for the pledge. Can I leave the stage when you do that? And I said, you're running for office in the United States of America and you have a problem with the American flag? And she's like, yes, I do. And I said, great. Well, if you choose, I'm going to announce that you're going to step down off from the stage. You want to do it, that's fine. But I'm going to be like, before we say the pledge, I'd like to ask Ms. Paskowski to leave the stage, as you do not want to be standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. And watch all of your votes, whatever 15 of them that you get, plummet. Bye. I have no patience for you. You've got to be kidding me. I almost asked her to leave, but I don't know. That's not the message I got from God. He was just manipulate it. I was like, sure, you can step off the stage. I'm just going to announce it. It's not going to be, people are going to be like, oh, is she okay? Or is she coughing? No, we're going to announce it. She doesn't like America. Anyway, so there was that. All right, so let's get into court yesterday. I'm curious, everybody's take about court yesterday. I think the biggest takeaway is Meredith has hired an absolutely batshit crazy attorney. Am I correct? Like, am I right? Like, she hired a crazy attorney. I'm going to pull my phone so I can see. I would like you to govern this conversation for a few minutes, if that is okay. Here, and here. Okay, perfect. Let me read some quick. This is Georgia spells her name just like the state, but with a J. Jeorgia. Iced coffee. Pat Ford in your name now? Her lawyer is nuts. Nuts. There were signs of that because there's something swimming in the water. What's over there? I should go home and get my fish. Should I go home and get my fishing rod? I don't have any bait. There's no way, Pat Ford, your ex account got no. Are you asking who got your ex account suspended? It's probably Young Black Economist. Is iced coffee, aka Pat Ford, is that person not liking Pat Ford right now? Out of curiosity, like, am I saying, like, it's very hard for me. Oh, one seagull. It's very hard for me because I miss so much in the chat, but like, yeah, but Moons, I like Pat Ford. What kissing video? What kissing video? There's a kissing video of who? I missed a lot. I feel like I should go and get my fishing rod. You made a no video? Okay. So here's where we're at. Listen, I don't know about drama about a video. I don't can listen. All right, we've got to talk about this for a second. Just Machado Show, Bunny After Dark, 24 on 24. 3 shows, right? Just Machado Show is on hiatus. It's the Saturday morning show. That was more business, right? And I just didn't feel like it. I also felt like doing shows so many days a week was getting to me. I could not give up 24 on 24. I could never give up Bunny After Dark. If one had to go, it had to be the Saturday show. Okay. So put that aside. Now, you have seen, as a result of Bunny After Dark, part of my like humor. Okay. I want to let you know, like, you see funny shit, like we do funny shit and it's off the cuff. I mean, put that, like, I did a skit about like seagulls, like going on a mission. I named them. Like, I think it's very obvious to all of you. Like that, I made that all up in real time. I made that up in real time and people laughed at that. Okay. I don't know how many people laughed at it. Many people laughed at that. Maybe some people were like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Maybe some people, like some of my followers, they show it to their husbands and their husbands are like, I don't get it. Right. Jeff got it, but maybe some of my skits and things here aren't really that funny. I know that they are, right? A lot of people laugh. I know people sometimes will listen to my stuff that I do and they like got tears in their eyes. I make myself laugh. Okay? Next, underneath that, there is a certain style of humor that I have deep within me. Okay? It is a very unique, different kind of humor where I just don't know if everybody has that. I don't know why some people have that kind of humor. I'm not actually capable of demonstrating that kind of humor unless I'm around people that are of the same, and it almost just like brings it out of me. I can't do it alone. And in the absence of me doing it, I will be satisfied to observe others who have that humor, that lower level, that basement level of humor that just doesn't appeal to the general masses. Okay. I know several people in my life that are like that. One of them is my childhood friend, Rebecca Bozeman. Rebecca Bozeman has that kind of humor. The way that she views life is just, it's diabolically funny. And when I was with her, the two of us were fucking in hysterics all the time. I know this is going to be hard for some of you to understand, but Pat Ford has that. He has that humor, that basement level humor that is like, it appeals to me in a way that ironic, that subtle, that laid back, that like dark, like that kind of humor is something that I sincerely crave to be like. I just want to feel it and hear it sometimes. And I hate to say this to all of you, but Pat Ford has that. And I know he's an asshole. I get it. I know he made fun of me. I know he put up fat fucking memes of me. I get it. But how can I turn away from that? And I understand. And this is the message to all of the besties that are here that don't like Pat Ford. Do you want to unlock like a deep level of comedy? If you do, then stick with it. But I'm just telling you, there's just a different thing there. And I will take the abuse because I don't know anybody else that has that. And by the way, because I know some of you bitches hate the fucking Kirk Minahan universe, and you hate me and Kim for like even putting it out in your lives. Listen, I hoped that like we had a batch of men from the KMS group that they were all going to be like this. I was like, oh my God, because Kirk has like a dark humor, right? Like, so I was like, wait, we got a whole group of these guys. Maybe I didn't explain this enough to you. There is a certain thing about Kirk Minahan that is like appealing. It's like, there is a very funny part about him that those moments when they come out when he does shows, it's almost like what you wait for. I actually thought like, wait, there's a bunch of these guys and they all are going to just keep. I was like, we're going to jackpot. Nobody's more disappointed than me to learn that none of them have that. They are all pathetic and none of them are funny. Beanbag Ron is funny. Kane isn't funny. Kane's nice and Kane is entertaining, but Kane's not funny. Kane's not putting shit out there where I'm fucking got tears in my eyes. No. We were duped and deceived. I thought we were going to get a whole lot of them. And what did we get? We got nothing. You believe me, I've done the work. I've watched their shows. I pop in and I creep and I listen just looking for something. Nothing. Talentless lot. The whole group of them. So when I find Pat Ford, is he an asshole? 100%. Will I eventually make him pay for doing what he did? Oh, look what we have here. It's Charles. Yes, I will make him pay for that. How? I'm not sure yet. Revenge is a dish served cold. But in the meantime, please let me have this, okay? I give you everything. I give you me. I give you my meowser. I give you me at my worst. I make fun of myself. I give you 4-hour live streams pretty much all the time. I give so much of me. Will you not let me enjoy this? Just let me see Pat Ford's name with a wrench and a badge highlighted in blue in my chat. Thank you so much. Have a good day. I said good day. Call me crazy. I want a second society coffee. I want to go to Tiverton Bait and get my pogie, cut it up, throw it on a fucking line, and cast it out into this motherfucker, and catch me a fucking bass in the slot. Let's go get some bait. If you haven't been to Tiverton Bait as a female, I recommend go see how the other half lives. You walk into this place, it's a bunch of guys, they all smell. And I walk in and I'm like, I'm looking for pogie, I'm looking for fucking squid. And the guy goes, the squid's in the case. And I was like, is it frozen? And he'll go, it's frozen, yeah. Just put it in water, it'll defrost. There's another seagull. Is that a seagull? What kind of bird is that? Couldn't quite possibly be an albatross. It's dark and it's brown and it's large. Anyway, I have 2 Pat Ford merch hoodies that have been sitting in my like creative area, so not published and not moved. One of them was it said Pat Ford and it's like the greater than symbol, everyone. So it was like Pat Ford is better than everyone. That is literally on a hoodie, and I never published it and never pushed it to the store. I think the second one said Pat Ford over everything. I loved that one, but it wasn't funny enough. It wasn't, it was something I said that day, like whatever day I said it, I was like Pat Ford over everybody. And then I threw it on a hoodie, but I didn't put it out there yet. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be just right. Don't talk to me about royalties. You get none. If I want to put your fucking shit on a shirt, I'll put your name on. Sue me. Sue me. I own nothing. This car isn't even in my name. No house in my name. No car in my name. No assets. Just my ass. Give Pat Ford a chance. Nobody will buy that. Nobody will buy that. You want me to buy a t-shirt that said Pat Ford is a menace? That'll fly off the fucking shelves. We're not going to talk about Pat Ford anymore because it's taken 7 minutes longer than it should. I just want you to know that almost none of the time is Pat Ford serious, which is a very sad thing for you, because if you like watching him lean into Young Black Economist as much as he does, it's just a joke. He's just a baby. It's just a joke. That's the skit. That's the bit. Everything is a joke. It's not serious. Do I think he talks about himself in third person too much? Obviously. What is out in the water over there? Like, what's out there? Is there some sort of a sea monster? Pat Ford said, I'll take 47 t-shirts. What is the name of Kane's channel? I don't know. And I got to talk to him about this because he's not marketing it properly if I don't even know the name of it. Is it Kane's Corner? Is it Kane is Able? What the fuck is the channel, Kane? I don't know. You need some marketing. Of all people, I should know the name of your channel, and I don't know the name of your channel. All right, you know what? Iced coffee. Look, you're threatening me. Look what's happening. I'm putting you in a timeout. Bye. 24 hours. See ya. I don't have time for that. That's not nice. Like, you don't get to control what I do. You don't get to control it. The faster you learn that, the better off you'll be. Jess Machado merch for sale at Laconia on the first weekend of June. Send it. Listen, what an idea. Can you imagine if I just send like a couple of besties out there with a goddamn merch table and we're just selling it as people drive into Laconia where Kirk is having his event? Holy, like, what if I get t-shirts that say Jess Machado is a pig? Cyber Chick 2.0. We've moved on. What is audience? Jess is not audience captured. Don't try that shit here. What does that mean? I'm sorry, but some first of all, the best thing happened one time when I worked at Fall River Reporter. Holly McNamara was running for office. Big mistake. Huge. And she was running for office. I was working for Fall River Reporter. My boss was like, okay, what do you want to write about the election? I was like, well, I've got like this story about Holly McNamara, right? So he's like, write it. I write it. He reads it. They publish it. And it was like how she had like a ton of open fucking cases against her in court for like not paying credit cards. Like every creditor, she sold her house and made some money off of it. Like I think like $150,000 or something like that. And then she had defaulted on every credit card she had for like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And my boss was like, that's relevant to voters. They should know that there are currently creditors that are taking her to court, not for $500 or not even one creditor. Like, I think there's like 10 creditors now. I'm not sure the total number, 10 or under, but it's in that area. And he was like, that's relevant. You should write about that. And I was like, okay. So I wrote about that. And I think like somebody sent a message to the Fall River Reporter website, and I don't manage those messages, or I didn't manage them. I just, sometimes I would look at them, but we had somebody that did it. And it was Holly's boyfriend or something went into there and was just like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm never going to listen to you again. And the guy who answered the message, who was like the, like most even keeled, like middle of the ground. He doesn't care about anything except pushing out news. He was like, it's not an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. And I'm sure that's all over the internet, but it was the first time I ever heard that. And I absolutely love it. So like, I'm not the kind of person that's going to be like, I'm leaving. Like, I will just be gone. I don't know exactly like what has got a listener upset in the chat so much where you're just like, I'm fucking done with you, Jess Machado, because you like Pat Ford. Then fucking go, because then you don't really like me. Will you hate watch? I'm sure you will. But that is why do you think that I accommodate my chat so frequently? My listeners, I make adjustments. I follow. You want me, out of my 11,000 subscribers to the show and 1.4 million views that it's gotten, you want me to change something because of you? Are you an investor? What? That's terrible. You should never do that. You can give me your opinion. You can say, but like, I'm out of here. Okay, that's bad energy for me. Can I just say another thing too? Never mind. I'll hold that. I'll hold that. Tap for Pope. Just as a reminder, Papa Leo is our Pope. He's from the United States and he's our Pope. One of my favorite things to watch on the internet is when Papa Leo is going through, like, who knows, wherever he is, and he's in the Pope mobile. They tried to kill the Pope John Paul. And so then the Pope mobile happened where he would be like in a car. Does anybody remember the Pope mobile? Anyway, when Papa Leo is going around where all of the people are and they're all screaming at him, my favorite videos to watch are when people hand their babies to Papa Leo and he talks to them and holds them, and people obviously lose their minds because they believe that the Holy Father has touched their child and that the child will be blessed. Like, no pressure, baby, but your parents just lifted you up over a guardrail to the Pope, and the Pope has touched your forehead. And so I don't know, baby, what your plans were for life, but you have to live a certain life now, okay? You have to live a certain life, baby, because the Pope has touched you. It is all over the internet. And this goes out to the baby who was dressed like the Pope. You in particular, Bambino, have a very specific path in life carved out for you now. You must be the next Pope. You were practically anointed. Okay. This video, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure go Google it. Baby dressed as Pope gets touched by Papa Leo. And I don't know what it is, but the man that takes the baby from the family and hands that baby to Papa Leo, I like that guy in the middle. He genuinely looked so happy to see that baby. Anyway, the whole thing is just charming to watch, but what kind of a life do these babies have? Can you imagine? Like, the kid's like outside and he's like playing in a mud pile, and the mother's just like, get out of there, you can't get dirty. Papa Leo kissed your forehead. Yesterday, Meredith had on what I would consider to be a power suit. It was powder blue. And I most certainly felt instantly. It wasn't like I thought about it. It wasn't that deep. I saw her and I was like, this is giving Karen Reed vibes. That's the first thing I thought. I saw her. It reminded me. The Karen suit on verdict day was powder blue. I'm sure a lot of people thought, why isn't it pink? Karen always dressed like in neutrals a lot of the time. Never often patterns either. Great style. I can't remember the name of the account on X, but there was a woman who would get her trial fashion every day and then find it on the internet and share how much it cost, to the chagrin of people who hate Karen Reed. She spent $398 on a dress. Sure. The suit that she chose for verdict day. Now, you don't really know what the verdict is going to be on what day or whatever. She wore a powder blue suit. It's very memorable. It's everywhere. You saw her on the courthouse steps. It's kind of a big deal. Meredith had on a powder blue power suit. I've never seen Meredith in that suit before. Obviously, we all know that the Temu Amazon suits, all in existence or whatever, don't shit on Amazon. It's easy to make fun of her with the suits, but fine. I saw that suit and I saw her in that suit and I was like, huh, it's giving Karen Reed. I just never thought other people were seeing that. And then I came out and people were like, did you see? And I was like, yeah, it's not me. It's not just me. I believe nothing with Meredith O'Neill is ironic or a coincidence. everything is deliberate. Everything is thought of. Everything is very much planned out. And the minute I realized that, as you all know, was the minute Aiden talked about the gifts from Christmas. I don't want to revisit this, but I'll revisit this because there is a chance that somebody here doesn't know this. But one night one night Aiden talked on his truth journey about how one time, 2 times, Meredith at Christmas framed a picture of Aiden and his mother. Okay, he's telling the story and he's like, yeah, Meredith made prints of a photo of me and my mother. If you don't know, Aiden's mother died of cancer. And she printed out this photo of Aiden and his mother, framed it, and made a copy for everybody in Aiden's family, right? His siblings. He's telling the story, and I instantly was like, Family Stone? Like Family Stone? If you don't know, in the movie Family Stone, Sarah Jessica Parker, by the way, her name is Meredith. She literally copied that, right? At first, I'm hearing this, I'm going, oh, it's the same thing. And in the movie, the Meredith character is not liked by the family. And she does the same thing. She gets a picture of Everett and puts it in a frame and gives it to everybody in the family on Christmas time. And it ends up turning the whole family now in her favor. They all start crying, and it's all so endearing because the character, Diane Keaton in the movie, she has cancer. And so everybody's crying, and Diane Keaton's character looks up and she goes, you did good, kid. You did good. And even the daughter, who is the biggest hater on the Meredith in the movie, she goes, Meredith, I just like, and she's like, and then Everett comes over and he's like, Meredith, and she's like, no, Everett, no. And he's like, no, Meredith, we got to talk. And she goes, I will not marry you. And Everett goes, I wasn't asking. And then she goes, doesn't anybody love me? And she goes into the kitchen and she goes to get her dish that she was making for everybody, strata or something. And she opens the refrigerator door and she's in heels and she tries to balance what I suspect are 2 Pyrex plates full of strata, which have like bread and eggs in it. And she opens the door and she carries them and she's holding them and she stands up. And then because they're feeling so shitty, Diane Keaton and the daughter, they come in and they open the swing door in the kitchen and it hits her and the strata goes on her shirt and all over the floor. And they're like, Meredith. And then they're like, it's okay. And she's like, why doesn't anybody love me? I tried so hard. And she's like, it's not you, it's us. And then they all like lovingly embrace her as they slip to the floor in the egg and they're sitting down. And as that's happening, the 2 brothers, one of which is Everett and the other one is one of the brothers that have big noses. And they come over and they're fighting because Everett thinks that his brother slept with Meredith last night. And it's like this funny, like running around the table, boys will be boys moment. And they're all going crazy. And the girls are all on the ground and they're all like laughing and crying and sobbing and covered in egg. And it's just a wonderful movie. And Meredith copied it. Meredith O'Neill copied that. She copied the whole thing down to the actual wrapping paper that Sarah Jessica Parker used to wrap the things. Red with gold ribbons. And in an attempt to defend herself against Aiden talking about exactly what happened, she shared a photo of that. And the minute that happened, everything went off in my head. Fireworks, light bulbs, red strings connecting other things with pins on a board. And I was like, this bitch is fucking nuts. Who does this? And then one of my followers sent me a Family Stone mug, and that's it. It's basically, it's part of our culture now. Anyway, I don't know why I had to go so hard with that. So anyway, you want me to think that her wearing that tight blue power suit wasn't an homage to Karen Reed? A subtle I am woman, hear me roar. I too am a victim. Karen Reed was a victim. I am also a victim. Blue power suit, subtle baby energy, sympathy, beloved. All of it is contrived. All of it is well thought, because when you have a mental illness, those are the things that matter to you. Somebody asked me, give me the details about court that you didn't tweet. Did I hold back a little bit? I did, because you know what? My name gets thrown around in this thing. Like I'm some sort of like agent for Aiden Carney. Couldn't be further from the truth. Listen, I heard Aiden on his show last night. He showed the picture of him sitting on the in the courtroom that I drew, and he was slouched over with his head in the hand. He goes, "Oh, was I really like that? I could tell he doesn't like that. What do you want me to do? That's how I saw you. I put it on some merch. I'm sorry. I can't like just pretend I didn't see you like that. That's how I saw you." So Aiden doesn't tell me what to do. I'm not an agent of Aiden Carney. It's help me out. What's the guy's name with the cans? He's here. He found me. How are you? Oh, he's coming. He's backing up. Shit. He looks like he wants to talk. Nothing like God sending me something to stop me. I'm doing all right. You are? What's going on with the weather? I know. Me too. Well, I know. I know. What? Yeah. Oh no. This car? Did you have to get a new tire? Is it Somerset or Dighton? Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah. I had a pothole in my neighborhood. They put a cone there. The cone had been there for a couple weeks. Cone's gone and they filled it. Yeah. 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 No. I know. It'll be what? You had excitement this morning? What happened? A car got hit in front of the high school? What car got hit? Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. What kind of car was it? Oh. Oh no. Do you listen to the scanner? They have a scanner app, you know, on the phone. You can download it and you can listen to the Somerset scanner on your phone. Oh. Yeah. You look like a scanner guy. You look like you like a good scanner. Oh, you have a CB. Oh. Oh, that's probably fun. Yeah. What? You're a menace.
No, I was in Fall River.
Yeah.
Working at the Robbins manufacturer on there.
Yeah.
Bumper to bumper to bumper.
Yeah.
I had to get-
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my scanner.
Oh.
Turn the scanner on. I got a speaker under the car, siren under the car with the speaker. And I hit the toggle switch and the siren went off. Just like
You can't do that. That's
I
illegal.
know that.
Oh my,
You know what happened? I
what?
got all the way up there and I shut it off quick and it died out and everybody could go,
Oh my God.
hey, I had fun. Then I could talk through it and I'm teaching the girl. Girls walking down.
You can't do that
I
either.
know.
You are a menace. I know, but still, those were the olden days. I bet. Of course you like. You had a speaker under your car and you were using a siren to beat traffic and then you were using the speaker to catcall girls as you drove by. Yes, you like it.
Yeah, and the funny part is they heard it. They don't know.
And they don't know where it's coming. So you were driving around catcalling girls and they didn't know. You cannot do that. Oh my
I thought it was funny.
God.
I know you can't do it. Well, I didn't get caught.
I didn't do it. I didn't get caught.
Something like that. I don't mind. But something crazy, you know.
Right. All right. I have to run, but it was nice to see you. Stay out of trouble.
I will.
You will not. Bye. I know. You will. In real time, I just had to listen to that man tell me that he used to have a speaker under his phone. Yep. So we'll just reiterate that to you. I actually am driving away because I'm like so annoyed with that. Like that is this. Ugh. He used to have a speaker under his car. He would put a siren sound so he could beat traffic. And haha, that's funny. You can't do that, sir. But then he tells me, yeah, you know what I also used to do? I used to drive by and I would catcall the girls and they wouldn't know where it was coming from. And I'd go out the speaker, hey, you're good looking. You can't do that. Hashtag predator. You can't do that. I actually just drove away. I don't have to leave. I just didn't want to hear that anymore. Thank you for listening. We are on Main Street in Somerset, my favorite street. I would like to show you, and I would like to direct your attention to one of the most beautiful homes in the town of Somerset. This is the Poplars. Have I shown this to you before? These two houses, this is Poplar Road, but these two houses are absolutely beautiful. Look at this house. Let me just show you this yard. Hold on. I'm going to take you out of here for a second. Hold on. Here, let's do this. Let's do this. Do you see this? Do you see this yard situation going on over here? Do you see how stunning this is? 107 Main Street. Look at this house. Look at these windows. I would have like many a Scarlett O'Hara moment here. And obviously, this is the other side of the street. And this one, not to be overlooked, but often is. I love that the yard has like these heights, these layers. Isn't it just beautiful? All right, we're going to shut this off and turn it this way because now we're driving. It's beautiful. I love it. Let's shut this off. All right, I had to get away from that situation. What was going on there? I know he's a nice man, but like what? So the Meredith situation, nothing is a coincidence. Listen, Jason Broyles is giving Crete as much as you would expect. He shows up, he's got some sort of a like briefcase, but it's not a briefcase. It's fabric. It's black. It's got a handle. It also has a shoulder thing. It's like, I don't even know what it is. Like, what's in that? What do you have in there? Do you have a dossier? Like, what do you have in there? What are you doing here? And that is the only person that was with her is Jason Broyles. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of stuff going on. I don't know. Also, I'm sure the bestie won't like me talking about this, but one of Aiden's supporters and one of my followers, she was in the courtroom and she got caught taking a photo of something. Now, I don't have a photo of it, but I witnessed it myself. Jason Broyles' sweater had a bunch of holes in it. It's like moth central, right? It's possible she wanted to grab that. Like, go ahead, go. Oh, okay, you're not turning. It's possible she wanted to get a picture of that, but she got caught. And I wasn't in the courtroom, but apparently the judge was like, go out there and take her phone. So the bestie comes out and got her phone in her hand, and it's two court officers. And he's like, were you taking pictures? And at first I heard her say like, no. And he's like, well, open up your phone. So she opens up her phone and he's like, yeah, right there, you can't take that. You can't do that. And he's like, delete that, delete that, delete that. And so she's deleting it. And he's like, the judge said for me to confiscate your phone and we would go through it. And she's like, no, like, that's it. And then he's like, open that up. I want to see that. And there was more pictures and he got mad. He's like, you can't do that, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know what the bestie was thinking. I don't know what the turtle rider was thinking, but she was like, she had zero fucks to give. She was like, I'm going to take a picture if I want to take a picture. She took a picture, multiple pictures. And then when they said, like, show us your phone, she had more pictures. It was very funny, actually. I mean, YOLO, you got to adhere to the rules of the court or else you can't go in. And if you love going in and you want to show support for your people, or you just like going into witness court cases, you're at the whim of the court, essentially. Check your message, Miss Machado. Hold on. Where's the phone? Don't send it to the bunny hotline because I can't get that. Can't get that on there. Oh, that guy's got a brand new BMW and he's got his top down. Drop top. Please, whatever you're texting me, can you text it to 401-585-2402? I cannot check my other phone because it is the one that I'm currently live streaming on. And it's in do not disturb mode in my phone cradle. There is a leather couch on Riverside Avenue just before the bend where the war memorial is. If anybody would like to go and grab that, please do. Get it out of there. Why do I have a Rhode Island phone number? Great question. Many years ago, when I got my first cellular phone, I had a cell phone like in the late 90s. I don't know. When I got my first phone, I can't even tell you how long ago it was. I worked in Rhode Island. I worked for Victoria's Secret in Cranston. And I went and got my phone right out near there after work. And so I'm stuck with a Rhode Island number and I won't change it. My mother has had the same phone number forever, like my whole life. Since I was 18, 19, she had the same cell phone number, but it was her work number. She worked for the school department in Fall River. She was director of transportation and for Fall River Public Schools. And when she retired, they didn't let her keep the number. I don't know how that happened, but it has really caused all of us to go into a tailspin of the likes of which nobody has seen. I don't know my mother's current phone number. I have no idea, but she had the same number my whole life. The number was the only consistent number in our lives. And I'm not kidding you. Jack and George's dad got arrested. Uh, like it's non-violent crime. Like I think he had his license suspended and he was driving without a license, and they had a warrant out for him, and then he didn't go to court, and then they picked him up and then they put him in jail. To get bailed out of jail, he called my mother to call me. He knew my mother's number by heart. It was the only number he knew. He didn't have his phone, and it's gone. So all right, what is this? This is another text message. Kayla Churchill shared so-and-so's post about me appealing the zoning board's decision on Mass DOP. She is a loser. Who cares? Yes, Jason Broyles is from Bristol, Connecticut. Yes, that is his last name, Broyles, Broyles, Jason Broyles. Yes, that's it. And he is from Connecticut, and he is in Bristol. Yes, and I think he is 55. I do want to back up on something. I said that the daughter on Facebook is not his daughter, and it couldn't be. I stand corrected. Purple Kool-Aid Drinker told me that the daughter on Facebook is his daughter from a previous marriage. Maybe I don't know as much as I thought that I knew about him. I don't know, but I'm sorry. I don't have all of the info. This text message, I cannot respond to this currently right now, but I will call you as soon as I am done. I can't handle that. Yes, I am doing a show right now. Hold on. Yes, I am. Your first phone was a baby pink Motorola Razr in 2006. Yikes. We have to, we have another, there's another issue. I will tell you tonight. I'm not going to, I'm going to delete this person because hold on. Bob, the Truth Seek E. I'm going to block you. I don't, the, the packages are now becoming the bane of my existence. I know. Are the packages labeled? They are. Did I steal money from my followers? No. I have money. If this were back in the day, then the money that I got for the packages would be my lifeline, but it is not the case now. Hold on one second. Kathy is logging on. I don't know why Kathy's logging on to the show. We already talked about Somerset politics. There's nothing left to discuss. My very first phone, just because I want to get that out of the way, was some sort of a Nokia, and it had like a tortoise shell face, and it was free to talk after 9 p.m. on whatever program or plan or anything like that. I do not remember. I do not know. So hold on one second. So tonight we're going to do Bunny After Dark. This is just a quick question, and I'm not sure, but does Aiden does Sex Club on Thursday, so that's not going to affect us in any way. Is that correct? So we're going to do Bunny After Dark. I tentatively am putting us at 7:30. That's what I think we're doing, if that makes sense. So we're going to do a 7:30 Bunny After Dark. Because of that, we're not going to go too much longer on this one, because we're going to have a whole show tonight. We did the Horizon social chart last week. We are going to make a one tile, one magnet adjustment. I think you already know who that's going to be. So that will be handled. As far as the format of the show for tonight, I have something I want to do that we've never done before, and we're going to try to do it. And I'm going to have to make a phone call. The answer, it might not happen. I don't know, but it is going to be something completely different than we've ever done before. Okay. So there's that. I just don't know yet. Hold on. Congratulations to Purple Kool-Aid Drinker. His YouTube channel was reinstated. I am very happy for him. Listen, Purple Kool-Aid Drinker was going very, very, very hard. And he would say things I would never say. With that being said, I always kind of thought he was a little too edgy, and I thought that perhaps like he was going to get like stricken. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised he got it back. Whatever, he is back. I don't know if we're going to get the same version of him, because he was distraught about losing his channel, and it is back. Second, I just want to say that I've continued to win appeals of things, but I still continue to have some that are down, videos that are down. With that being said, I am carefully adhering to YouTube guidelines to make sure I don't violate them. I don't want to violate YouTube guidelines because I very much like doing YouTube shows and presentations. I have also made this my full-time job, and my livelihood depends on this. This is my first choice, and I don't want to do something different. But in the event that I have to, I will. Also, I'm not sure okay, that was very serious and like monotone or whatever. Also, I don't know what's going on YouTube right now. I don't even know what's happening. But YouTube's like numbers and like money per views and like my views and my dashboard and all of my metrics are absolutely batshit nuts crazy high. At the height of all of my stuff being reported, my numbers are at the highest I have ever seen them. Like my payout per ads, my ad views, like I don't know what's going on. Like I certainly expected, after all of these videos got kicked out, after all of these complaints, I don't know if somebody in YouTube is like, this poor bitch keeps getting reported, we like her shit. And I'm obviously kidding. I have absolutely no explanation for it. But like, Holy shit. What day is it? What day is today? What day is today? It's April 9th. It's my baby daddy, Jason's birthday. Happy birthday, baby daddy, Jack and George's dad. I've got to remind them to message their dad. Chick-fil-A opens in Somerset today. But it's been 9 days in the month of April, and my dashboard is like insane on YouTube. And I don't know why. I will say, once I came back from vacation, I was like, lock in, focus, and must focus. I took a week off and it was terrible for the brand. But everything has been going really good. And the first eight days of YouTube have been wonderful. I don't know where, but I got like 400 new subscribers, 500 subscribers in the past 24 hours. My Twitter account is going absolutely nuts. I got another more than a couple hundred subscribers on there. And so what that shows me is people would like me to cover court cases. People would like me to cover Kelsey Fitzsimmons' court case. There's really no other way. Thankfully, I like covering these things because it's fine. But like, anyway, I just wanted to say, I always look at my dashboard and it's wonderful. We are locked in for our first session or class, which is going to be, I'm going to pull it up because I put it on my calendar. You're going to get an email about it. Don't worry. I have the emails. Everybody who messaged me, I said I would add you to the second or third class about this. We cannot, I don't think it would be right if we load 100 people into this class. The more I think about this, like when I need everybody to go around and introduce themselves, like that's going to take a fucking hour. We can't do that. So the first class is going to be about StreamYard. And as soon as I said that, I got more people. So we're going to do the first class. Let me just get my calendar. Okay. So the first class is going to be on Tuesday, April 14th at 6:00 p.m. I think maybe I originally said 6:30, but our first class is Tuesday, April 14th at 6:00 p.m. Okay. Now, if you messaged me and I responded to you that I added you to the list, you're going to get an email, you're going to get a Zoom link, and you're going to get some basic instructions, and that'll come to you. I guess we can send it out today. And then we're going to do this Zoom StreamYard tutorial on the 14th. If you cannot get into this class because it's full, we'll do another StreamYard one before we do the second part, which is the YouTube one, okay? But first one is StreamYard. You got to learn the basics. It's very easy. But I understand it's people just don't understand what's going on or how to use it. You will. Okay? I have to, okay, so that was the show thing I needed to tell you about for StreamYard. Tonight, we're going to try something different with Bunny After Dark. We're going to see how it goes. We might not be able to do it. If not, I have a backup for a regular show situation, like per usual. Anything else going on like YouTube or X that I need to know? Oh, good morning, lawyer's daughter. That shirt is available in our merch store, bestiesheadquarters.com, bestieheadquarters.com. There's also another one on there that you will love as well. Is there anything going on that I missed yesterday? Like I have not been on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on the internet. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to mute you. Okay, that's fine. We call them back. Is there anything going on YouTube? On X that I missed yesterday? I have not caught up. You know, like when you go on your timeline and you just start scrolling and then like eventually you you hit stuff that you've already seen before. I have not even come close to that. I don't know how long it's going to take me to capture all of that stuff, but I have missed so much between yesterday and today. Charles has not returned. We do not know. And he does not have a tracking device on him. That shirt up there, which has our infantry who handles their special forces, like this may ultimately end up becoming a tribute to them if they never come back. We have no idea. So for now, just say your prayers for them. I need someone give me a war update. I don't even know what's going on. How's Kimberly? What's Kimberly up to? Hold on. I made such an error on something. All right. Perfect. Okay. What does this say? I think when a video is removed, it deletes the views on the day is removed. When they are added back, the views are added back on the day it's reinstated. That may be why you show a good week. But would that translate into like ad revenue? Because the ad revenue numbers are crazy. And I honestly, I think, not really I wasn't share it with everybody, but I think that's probably why I was getting very frustrated with what was going on, because I equated reporting and removal of videos that was going to impact my my money situation. And that's why Jeffrey got involved, because Jeffrey was like, we need to have a conversation about what's going on here. Because we're paid off all of these things that we had, and we are now doing things not going to get into it too deep, but we've got to repair this deck on the side of our house, and we're getting a dumpster to clean out our garage to make way for some garage stuff that Jeff wants to do. And we have plans, and also we have the wedding, which is going to be so Jeff basically was like what the fuck is going on, you know what I mean? And so I don't know, I don't know what happened, but it started to stress me out. And then so I looked at it and I was like, I don't know, I guess everything's okay. I should look at that. Hold on. What does it tell? Let me go and see my ad thing. Where do I find that? Oh, watch page ads. See my analytics. Okay, stand by. So over the last 28 days, how much do advertisers pay? The playback-based cost for every 1,000 views, which is called the CPM, right now is at $36.78. That is very good. And I don't know why it's that high, because I was down in the dumps. I don't know what the haters were doing, but keep doing that. Keep doing that. It's working. Keep doing that, I guess. That's 36.78. That's great. Actually, that changes every day, I guess. But thank you. Thank you so much. It was just a small bump, Nanny Go. I agree. It's like when you waitress or you bartend. Some nights you have a killer night and you make so much money, and then other nights nobody comes in. Baby Daddy Ron used to tell me, you look at the whole month as a whole of all of your tips and all of your money. You add it all together and then you divide it by 30, and that is how much money you make on an average night. And he always, I was bartending and waitressing when I was 19, 20. And then obviously when we owned the pub and everything, but then when I would train girls, I would always say, like, not every night is going to be a good night. And when you'd have nobody coming, you don't know what's going on in the community and why people weren't going out or anything like that. Like, you don't know. And then you don't know what's going to drive people into the bar and where you're going to make your money. You'd never know. Christina says, please consider renting a dumpster from, what does that say? Please consider renting, I have to put it on the stage because I can't say. Please consider renting a dumpster from Pleasant View Waste. My grandson will deliver promptly. Can you text me the phone number or whatever where I can get in touch? I would be happy to use someone locally. Let me get this. This is the number you can text it to. Thank you. I can't see these, so I have to show on stage. Tried society. Oh my God, did Beanbag Ron fucking split up the word society the way it is written? I fucking die. Tried society last week with the wife. Absolute fire. It is. It is. If you don't know, Society has a location in Taunton, Somerset, New Bedford, and now I believe Providence or East Providence. 4 of them. They are killing it. They are expanding. And listen, this is what you want. You want a small mom and pop business to do well. I will also never forget their Taunton location before this location opened, I believe, or just prior to, one of their very well-known full-time staff members from their Taunton location suddenly passed away, and they were gutted. And their social media at the time was so heartbreaking, and you can tell that they like genuinely, sincerely care about their employees. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I can tell you the optics of it is that they were, as a small business, very much at a loss over this person's, unexpected death. And they used their platform to highlight that person. I don't know if those things are still up there. And I will just say it was wonderful to see. Sad, heartbreaking, bittersweet, I guess is the right word. I also just I love people that have wonderful like imaginations, and Society is like nothing else around. I know there's like coffee places everywhere, you know what I mean? But like their vision, what it looks like, their coffee, is it expensive? It's expensive. It's a little bit more money, but like it's a really great product, and for the most part, super consistent. Having owned a coffee house before, like owned a cafe, like I love a good small business, and I love that they're doing it. Yes, baby doll. I have to show it on the stage to see it completely. Jerkface Jones says, if you give up the coffee with all the extra, saves a ton of calories. I know 1,500 calories a day. You will lose weight slow, but sure. I will never give up the coffee, and there's just no way. Listen, I didn't have a coffee. You asked for this, all of you. You asked for this. And I don't care. We're 50 and we can mention this. If we have to, we have to. I didn't have Society yesterday. Okay. The reason I didn't have Society is because I was going to travel to court, and I go poopies after I have Society. Okay. Soon. Like I'll be going to the bathroom soon. Because I didn't have Society yesterday, I needed caffeine. And so what did I do? I had a Red Bull, and I had a zero energy. I had a sugar-free Red Bull, if anybody cares, and I had a zero sugar energy from Dunkin' Donuts. Both of those things, they actually do the opposite. Like I don't go to the bathroom when I have just a Red Bull or whatever. I know this because when I worked at Bank of America, when I first started working there, I started drinking Red Bull, and I realized, wow, I've been at work all day and I didn't go to the bathroom. So it was like a poop blocker, so to speak. Yesterday, I didn't have my Society, and my stomach is not right. Things need to move. And there is nothing that I can drink that moves things through my body the way that society does. So we will take one for the team every single day. I'm not going to change it because oat milk is trash. So if I'm going to drink it, I'm going to love it. And that's it. That's it. Like, that's what coffee does. Like, I've never understood that. I don't really care. Like, I'm also not going to like have shame about that. Like, I need to drink a coffee so that I can go to the bathroom and I can clear out my intestines, because if I don't, things hurt and it feels weird. And so I'm drinking my coffee. I'm trying. The bigger issue is menopause is a real fucking problem. And I don't want to like just constantly talk about it, but I don't know how I can't not talk about it. I think I said this the other day, but a video popped up on my Instagram reel, and it was a woman who was just, it was like a reel, right? And it was like a woman, I don't know what the fuck she was doing. She was in her house and it was like music in the background. She never talked. And it was like, I don't know, like, well, I woke up and I experienced this, and this, and every single motherfucking one of those things I am experiencing on a daily basis. And it is a very real situation. I talk about menopause, right? Because it is all consuming right now. And number one, I am already thinking that we are not call it menopause anymore. I give nicknames to everything. But when I hear menopause, I think of like old women who are like sad and pathetic. And menopause in itself sounds like your life is on hold. I don't know if that's true, but that's what it sounds like to me. And it's a terrible name, and I don't like it. Perimenopause, probably you're going to see it's very simple. Just wait. So I've already thought of some nicknames for it. Believe me, I've already thought about this. Also, this is actually very important for men as well, because I share this stuff with my husband all the time so that he's like very much aware of where I'm at. It's almost so sad, but so much of what you are is changed. And it's almost like if you weren't a perfect 10, right? Which almost none of us are. And say you are like me, which is like, I'm an average looking girl with prior to this, an average body, right? Not skinny, not obese. Like, if you're an average girl, you've probably for the past 10, 15 years of your life just learned to look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I am pretty and I look the best I can look, right? You've not accepted it. If you're like me, there's no way you're going and getting fillers. You're not getting Botox. You're not injecting shit in your body. You're not on hormones. You're basically just like, you're doing the best with what God gave you, right? Essentially. And you're probably very happy with that. You'll take a picture with your husband, your boyfriend, your kids, your friends, and you'll look at that picture and you'll be like very happy and satisfied with that. Okay. You're not the best, the prettiest, but you're very happy with how you look. Your self-esteem is solid and you're on lock. And then one day, that is all gone. And I don't care what anybody says. It is traumatic and it is unpredictable and nobody talks about it. One day, my skin went from being pretty to terrible. One day, my hair was gorgeous and luscious. And the next day, I was like, why does my hair feel like this? One day, my tits, which when my husband had them in his hands were heavy and firm, are now sitting lower on my chest than they ever were. One day, something felt wrong on my body. A shirt felt wrong and I was clawing it off of me. One day, I could not get into my bed unless I got into my bed in a way that was actually perfectly comfortable. Like, I got up out of my bed, got back in my bed. I got out of my bed, I got back in it. I didn't even feel right in my own bed. And then I got in my bed and I proceeded to sweat through my sheets all fucking night. One day, everything changes. And while that happens, you can't tap out from life, kids, home, work, anything. One day, all of that shit happens to you while you are expected to go along and high function as the wonderful, high functioning member of society, female that you are. And it's bad. It's bad. One day you will step on a scale and you are going, how the fuck did I gain 25 pounds? I didn't just start walking into places and asking for all the cheesecakes. I literally never changed my eating habits. I eat how I eat. And then one day I stepped on a scale and I was like, that's impossible. I mean, not one day, but I mean, it's pretty fast. It's pretty hard. It comes out of nowhere. And I never had anybody tell me this was going to happen. I never had anybody tell me what to expect. My mother didn't tell me. My doctor didn't tell me. Nobody told me. Nobody told me that one day I would be scratching my head and going, oh, my head is itchy. Do I have lice? And then the next day my head is itchy. And then I was like, 2 days in a row of an itchy head. What the fuck do I do? Then the third day I'm like, oh, is this a thing? Let me Google this. Why is my head itchy? And then it's like, how old are you? 50. Menopause. My head itches? Why the fuck? Why? Why, Jesus? Why are you making my head itch? Like, what's that gonna do? So that I scratch my head and now my head is like flaky? What do I do about that? What's the cream? What's the thing I take to make my head less itchy? What do you want me to do with that? Like, look of all of the things, now I gotta be scratching my head? Ugh. And for every single symptom, unless you want to go on some sort of hormone, there is something you can do to try to make it a little better. But now that's when you start morphing into like your mother. Now you've got a thing for everything. You've got a cream for I'm not doing it. Then when you are dealing with all of these things and then you somehow find out, whether through WebMD, an Instagram post, or your favorite 24 on 24 talk show host, you find, wow, I am in either perimenopause or I am in menopause, right? When you come to that realization, then get ready for the fact that you are now faced with a very severe depressive outlook on life, right? Very depressing. That there's no end. We have no idea. Could last forever. Who the fuck knows? But also, like, guess what comes after this? Like being 70. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's coming next after this. There's no rebound from this. It just gets worse. It gets worse. I have one silver lining with menopause, just for a second. I'll tell you that in a second. Remind me. There's one silver lining. You want to talk about like libido, and that's also a stupid word. You want to talk about how frequently you want to fuck? I would fuck Jeffrey all the time. Sure. You want to fuck? Sure. You want to go in your office? Sure. You want to fuck in the morning? Sure. Whenever you want. Don't touch me. Get away from me. And I don't even know why. Just don't touch me. Absolutely not. No, I do not want to have sex with you. Don't text me and ask me if I want to have sex. The answer is no. The answer is almost always no. And then one day, I would like to have sex with you all day long. Why? Why is that different? Why now? Why all of a sudden now I'm horny all the time? Why is that? Yesterday, I didn't want you to look at me. Don't fucking look at me. Don't touch my ass. Don't touch me. Why is it changed? Why is that happening? So I had to sit Jeffrey down and I was like, listen, I'm in menopause. That situation is real. I don't understand what's happening. Nobody's telling me. Thoughts and prayers. Sometimes Jeff and I would be going out on date night on Saturday and I would be upstairs in the bathroom. I tried on like my 50th outfit and I'm not even looking in the mirror. I'm standing in the bathroom mirror and I'm just looking at the sink for like 50 minutes. It's just like, I don't feel good. I don't feel right. My pants are too tight. My tits don't look good in this shirt. And Jeff wants to go out and I got to pull myself up from this. How am I going to do this? I don't know how I'm going to do this. You better do it. Meanwhile, Jeff has moved from the living room to the car. I look out the bathroom window. Poor guy is sitting in the car with the window down, smoking his 15th cigarette, listening to fucking Wu-Tang Clan. And I'm just like, I'll be down in a minute. But will I be down in a minute? Probably not. Probably not. This is where I am at in my life right now. All while I am partaking in the biggest career shift I have ever had. While my career, I am doing my dream job, what I absolutely love more than anything, what I've always wanted to do, talk, be on the radio. I am finally, after all of these years in my life, doing it and making a very good living off of it. And I am being plagued with this hormonal thing that I have absolutely no control over. Two things I just want to say. Number one, I will never take a hormone. I understand people are saying we can do it. I never have taken birth control pills my whole life. And I'm not going to get into it, but I don't recommend that. It's putting a hormone in your body. And I don't believe you. If you haven't figured it out, I don't like medicine. I don't like things like that. And the hormone is not the answer. And I appreciate people who have had success with it. And I think that's great. I just want to let you know, like, that's not me. And I will not do it. I've researched it. I've looked at it. It's not like there's no fear mongering with the whole, like, the studies about it and it was bad. And then they said, no, we went back on that. I hear you. I'm not doing that. Right. I would rather just bitch about this every day and then not do anything different. I do recognize though, that it is a health situation when my weight gets crazy and that will bring on more problems. Good news is like my blood work looks, again, I'm lucky, but I don't think I'm going to be lucky forever. And I'm not playing roulette with that, but like my blood work is fine. I'm not diabetic. Everything is okay blood panel wise and stuff. So whatever, moving on from that. What I was going to say is menopause brings on a bunch of different things, including heart palpitations, some extra pain. The good thing is, right or wrong, anytime I feel something prior to menopause, I would be like, I'm dying and I must go to the hospital. I'm certainly near death. Now I just go, it's probably menopause. It has actually relieved some health anxiety for me because a lot of these things I just am attributing to menopause, and I'm okay with that. Miss Saucier has a home health aide that comes to her home every day. And I can see the home health aide through the window. I don't know what she's doing, but she comes every day to do all of the things for Miss Saucier. Usually in an hour or so, we'll see the dryer turn on in the basement. Miss Saucier can't walk in the basement, so this woman does all that. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you what I'm observing while I'm here. So anyway, the menopause situation is just an absolute mess. And I don't know. I don't want my show to be menopause, but like that's my life right now, unfortunately. And by the way, the only way I even knew that I was in menopause is I went to my doctor for my yearly visit and I was talking about some issues and I was crying. And my doctor was like, we're going to do a full blood panel. And then he had his nurse call me and to say, to check, because you can check your blood work in your portal. And I had like absolutely no hormone, like zero. It was like, I remember the conversation, if I'm correct, was like, you may be going into premenopause. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, that would make sense. I don't have a uterus and I only have one ovary because I had a hysterectomy. They left one ovary. So I always thought I would go into menopause sooner. I was aware of this because I knew like if they took all of them, then I would be in menopause right away when I had my hysterectomy. And my doctor was considering hormones. And he was like, if I can save an ovary, I will. He did. And so I get the best of both worlds. I didn't have periods, but I had one ovary and I wasn't in menopause. It's been a great run, Jess. It's been a great run of 7 years of no periods and not menopause, but it's time to pay the piper and that's it. Also, you know, I can see, and this is a thought process that I don't think of frequently, but I can see if you are a woman like this right now, right? And I, with confidence, can say Jeffrey would not do this. But can you imagine being a woman in this part of your life, of all of the things that I just said to you, and then your husband leaves you for a younger woman? I would not want to live that life, and I would sympathize greatly with someone in that position, just so you know. Okay? I look at that a little bit differently. I'm not going to give Jeff a lot of credit, but he's an MVP in this menopause journey for sure. That's why we just make sure Jeffrey gets to do what he wants. You want to go play the guitar, Jeffrey? You want to go sit in the sunroom and turn it into your fucking hookah den with all of your cigarettes and your guitars and your music? Do I want my sunroom to be a mahjong room with plants hanging from it and like some sort of Palm Beach style furniture? 100%. That's what I want it to look like. What does it look like? It looks like a den of sin. Okay. It's on the exterior of my house. It could be beautiful. It could have plants. It could be pink and green. It could have some sort of like bougie fucking mahjong table in the middle with 4 chairs. We could have some like fucking Tori Amos shit fucking playing. Instead, it's an old couch that my husband refuses to get rid of because the dogs fit on it with him. It's got a table in front of it with 2 ashtrays and a phone holder so that when he plays his casino games on it, he doesn't have to touch the phone. Right? He has an automatic spin. It's got a big ass fucking speaker that he hooks up to his phone and he just plays like fucking, you know, the kind of music. The guitar comes out here. He's got red, white, and blue Christmas lights hanging around the top so that at nighttime it's illuminated. It's like all that's missing is like a fucking tapestry. And Jeffrey gets what Jeffrey wants because that's what he wants. And so that's it. He's the real MVP here. This is 2 hours and 2 minutes and 22 seconds. That is time for me to get off of here so that we can prepare for Bunny After Dark tonight. And that is it. He has a man cave on the porch. He also has a man cave in the basement. He has an office with a leather couch and a leather chair with a leather ottoman and a TV and all of his sports jerseys hanging up. And he has a second safe space. Soon, very soon, the sunroom is going to transition to the pool deck, and Jeffrey will no longer be in the sunroom because it's too hot, and he will move to the pool deck and he will be out there. Any given day between like Memorial Day and like Labor Day, you can come to my house after 3:30, 4 p.m. and you will see Jeff standing in the pool closest to the pool deck side, an umbrella up above him. And he will have 2 phones, his work phone, which will be playing the Yankees game, whichever one is on. And then the other one where he's like playing the casino. He's got a beer. He's got beer buckets. You know, the beer buckets from restaurants. I think we got a Corona one and a Budweiser one. He's got that there. It's got ice in it and it's got like 4 beers in it, an ashtray. And that's it. That is Jeff every single solitary day. 2 years ago when Jeff had his surgery and he was out of work for the summer, that was all day long. Guy was in pain, but happy as a pig. He absolutely loved it. Okay. So sometimes he has corona. I lie. That's only if like that's a money situation. If there's money, sometimes coronas. Sometimes people bring coronas to our house. Both Aiden and TT's husband drink coronas, so those are left behind. If Jeff is going to the package store, he's coming back with Pat's Blue Ribbon, and that's it. That's it. That's what he drinks. Piss beer because he's cheap. Not next week. The week after, school vacation week for Georgia. That is the week that we have allocated for wedding dress and prom dress extravaganza. Be prepared. We're going to do our morning shows, but we're not going to bring Georgia to school, but we are going around until we get every dress that we need. Let's call it dress extravaganza week. You will love this, right? We have to find multiple dresses. Okay. So I believe, is this the 20th? Hold on. Stand by. Let me just get the date. It will be the 20th through the 24th. Every single day that week, we are out to look for dresses. We need my dress, mother of the bride dress, still haven't gotten that for the wedding. We need the dress for the practice dinner. Okay. So we need the rehearsal dinner. So we need the wedding day dress. We need the dress for the rehearsal dinner the night before. Georgia would like 2 dresses for the wedding. She has her regular dress for the wedding. It's already here. So she doesn't have to worry about that. But she would like a dress to change into the night of the wedding. And she would like and she obviously needs a dress for the rehearsal dinner. So Georgia has those 2 dresses. Georgia also needs a dress for the prom. And I don't know when prom is. It's in May, but that she also needs a prom dress. So Georgia needs that dress. She needs 2 dresses for the wedding, but not her actual wedding dress. I need a dress for my actual wedding dress, and I also need a dress for the day before. I am aware that Kelsey's hearing is the 24th. That's the Friday. We'll be done by then. Kelsey also has a hearing on Tuesday. Monday is Aiden's hearing. I will be back in Boston for that hearing on Monday. And then I will be covering Kelsey's hearing on Tuesday, if that is open to the public, which I believe it will be, but I will be at both of those. And then Kelsey has another one on the 24th. I will be at that one as well. But the 20th through the 24th is dress extravaganza week. And we've got to get all of the dresses on lock. That's it. There's no way around it. It's that week. And I'm not saying like we're saving it until then, but we've already kind of tried. It doesn't work. So that's the situation. Okay. That's the 20th through the 24th, dress extravaganza. We're going to go and get sweet treats in the morning. We're going to get in the car. We're going to play good music, and we're going to go and get dresses. Oh, one of those days we've got to bring Mima with us. Mima bought a bunch of dresses, but she wants to come anyway. And also we've got to do all the things, like all of it, shoes, all of the stuff. So dress extravaganza week. I'll take all your suggestions. By the way, everything we have to get. We have to get bras, undergarments, Spanx, all of the things. Okay? All right. Purses, correct. All of the things. Dress extravaganza week. Okay. We're done. We have Money After Dark tonight. I got to just touch base with Jeffrey. I just got to talk about a couple things. I think we're going to do 7:30. It's obviously 7 or 7:30, but 7:30 probably. Yes, we need shoes. We need purses, jewelry. Like all of that needs to be done during the week. of the 20th while George is on school vacation. We have multiple dress locations to go. We have Alexandria's in Fall River. We have Party Dress Express. We have Frugal Fanny's. Macy's currently right now and JCPenney also have really great dresses. We have to go and look at that. So, I mean, it's everything essentially. So that's the dress extravaganza. Okay. Mermaid, are you looking, what kind of dress? If it's a wedding dress, I forgot the name of the place Julia went for her wedding dress, but it's fucking ridiculously great. Julia's dress has already started alterations. That's taking a while, so she's got that underway. It's getting hot in this car. That's a good sign. What's the temperature out? It is, hold on, 40 degrees. We're warming up. Okay, so that's it. So tonight is Bunny After Dark. Tune in then. I'll put that up there. Next Tuesday is our first StreamYard school session. So you'll get an email about that. Hold on one second. Okay. Remember I told you that on the end of my sunroom, there are like these, I can't explain it. There's a bird and she is picking up things on the ground and building a nest inside. We're going to have birds. Don't sleep on Macy's. I'm telling you, they have good dresses. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I gotta go. I have to make some phone calls. I have to make some phone calls. I will see you tonight for Bunny After Dark. It'll be great no matter what. You know that and I know that. Okay, goodbye. Let's listen to Jimmy. It's my favorite song. Goodbye, bestie. See you tonight.
It's all your favorite Jess Machado songs on one CD. Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city. Before I leave, brush my teeth, say goodbye to Jack. When I leave for Bunny After Dark, I'm not coming back. It's all the hits you've always loved in one place. Just so everyone knows, it's alright because I got Jeff his new guitar. And that's okay, cause my family is the best thing for me. Whether you're singing in the car by yourself or hanging out with your besties, there's a song for everybody. How much is that coffee at Society? Last week it was 50 cents less. How much is that coffee at Society? I don't care if this causes a mess. Recruiting seagulls, dishing about politics, or just straight up gossiping, this is the CD for you. One low price of $19.99. The chat I can't see. I'm driving and the sun's in my eyes. I love 24 on 24. I said I'm getting all the views. Sorry, Brian and Crawford. I told you before. Don't fuck with me. I'm a Fall River whore. Don't fuck with this Fall River whore. All songs, all decades, all moods, all Jess. I got a new life, you'd hardly recognize me. I'm so glad that Kayla Churchill and Jen Altman are not in my life. I don't care about all of my stupid haters. That is right. Eat my asshole. I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Get out of bed and call today.